today I'm going to be taking us through an intermediate Pilates mat workout. So let's get started. Let's start sitting on our mat with our feet flat, and we'll start with just a couple rollbacks to warm up the belly. Let's reach our arms out in front, roll the shoulders down the back. You're going to lift tall through your waist, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, hollow out the belly. Send your tailbone under you. Let's roll down just halfway. Pull your belly muscles in, and then you come right back up to a seat. All right, if you need a little extra support, you can take these rollbacks with your hands behind your thighs. And then we'll roll all the way down to our back. Hug our knees into our chest. And then we'll set up for the 100. Let's start with tabletop legs. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, peel your shoulder blades up as you hover your arms off the mat. You can think about really reaching through the arms, and then we'll begin to pump. Inhale, and exhale. So keep pumping and breathing, and then if you can keep your lower back anchored, you can start to extend your legs. Bring your heels to touch, take your toes slightly apart. See if you can squeeze through the inner thighs and glutes. If at any point your back starts to arch off the mat here, then just bend the knees back in. Similarly, if you start to feel strain in your neck, then just rest your head and keep pumping with your arms. We'll take a couple more breaths here. Really focus on pulling your belly muscles in on your exhale. One more set. Bend your knees into your chest, roll head and shoulder blades down, and then let's stretch our body long, moving into some full roll-ups here. So we'll take our Pilates stance of heels together, toes apart, zip up through the inner thighs and glutes, and then reach your arms up. Pull the belly muscles in, and then inhale to reach back, up, and then exhale as you stretch it forward, right? So you're hollowing out through your belly as you reach towards your feet, and then we'll roll it back down. And if you watched my first video, if you're having a challenge coming up, you just bend the knees a little bit. You can grip the backs of your thighs. And then stretch your legs as you come forward, rounding over your legs. And then same thing on the way down. You can bend the knees a little bit, grab the backs of the thighs, and roll it back. I'll do one more like that just so you can see. And then traditionally, we'll take a couple more. Last one. And then come up to the top. You can reach for your feet if you can reach all the way there. And then think of lifting your belly off your thighs, dropping your chin to your chest. So you're really finding that nice C curve in your back to stretch through the vertebra. And then we'll roll all the way back down. And then let's lift our right leg up. And grab onto the back of that right leg, give it a little stretch. And then you want your legs straight up in the air, heels slightly pointing in. Right? You want to really focus on anchoring your lower back and keeping your pelvis steady, right? So if you can't do that with this left leg straight, then you're just going to bend that left knee and place that foot flat. Again, really focus on anchoring through your low back and pelvis, and then arms at your sides to take the leg across the body and then up. As you do these circles, you're thinking about keeping that opposite side super steady on the mat. So you're not going to roll off that left side as you circle the right leg. And then we'll reverse. Grab your leg, give it another little stretch. And then we'll switch sides. So lower that right leg down. Let's float the left leg up. Give it a little pull. Bring that left leg straight up. Your heel is in. Hips are square, right? Sometimes it helps to lift your head for just a moment to make sure your hips are in one line. It's common for the leg that's lifted for that kind of hip to hike up towards the shoulder, so make sure that's not happening. And then take your arms at your sides, pull your belly in. If you can't get your back down, bend that right knee. And then we'll take the leg around and up. And then we'll reverse. Give a little stretch to that left leg. Lower it down, and then we'll take a roll up to transition to our seat. Inhaling to come up, and exhaling to stretch forward. Sit up tall, and then set your hands beside you so you can scoot forward towards the front edge of your mat. Rolling like a ball. Shift your weight back onto your tailbone, and then see if you can hover your feet. So it's your belly that's holding you here, right? The beginner's version is hands behind the thighs, so we'll try it with hands here on the ankles today. Heels touching, knees are going to be about shoulder width distance apart. First, lift your back when you're sitting in this balance, and then when you're ready to roll, you're going to hollow out the belly, send the tailbone under you, you roll back just to the mid-back, and then you come up and see if you can balance without letting your feet touch the ground. If it feels really hard to do that here, then you're going to take the modification of hands behind the thighs. Really focusing on lengthening your upper back as you come to the top. One more. And then we're going to transition to our stomach series next. Right hand's going to go on your right ankle. Left hand is going to go right below your right knee. Right from this rolling like a ball position, can you hug your belly muscles in, and then as you roll to your back, right away that right knee hugs in towards the right shoulder. We'll pulse it in for 1, 2, and then switch. Focus on keeping your elbows wide so that your chest stays open, and your shoulder blades are pulling down and back. You're really thinking about trying to keep the shoulder blades lifted off the mat, but at the same time you're pulling them down, right? So it's kind of this opposing force that's working in the upper back. And then we'll bend both knees in. You can roll head and shoulder blades down for a moment to take a little rest. We'll move on with the double leg stretch. Take an inhale. As you exhale, peel your shoulder blades off the mat. Look at your belly. This time on your inhale, both legs reach out as the arms stretch. So toes are pointed, heels are touching. And then as you exhale, circle the arms around as you hug your knees back in. Inhale, stretch out long. Exhale, pull it in. Keep moving with your breath, right? You're really focusing on keeping that low back down, right? The effort is in your stomach, not in your back. So if you feel your low back start to arch, you're going to take the range smaller, which means you're just going to reach the legs a little higher up towards the ceiling. And it'll make it easier to anchor the back in this position. And we'll do 2 more, just remembering, right, you can choose to rest your head if it becomes too much for your neck. 1 more. Roll head and shoulder blades down, take a little break. Single straight leg stretches next. We're going to take the right leg up. You're going to grab onto the back of your right leg wherever you can reach. So that may be your calf, it may be your hamstring. You're going to extend your left leg long. It's going to hover a few inches off the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, peel your shoulder blades off the mat. Look at your belly. Pull it in. And then we'll pulse this right leg in for 1, 2. Switch. Left leg comes in. So once again, elbows are wide. Chest is open. Your chin's on your chest and you're looking at your belly. Right? You're really focusing on that inward contraction of your stomach muscles. One more each side. And then hug the knees in, rest head. Moving on with the double straight leg stretch. Both legs are going to extend straight up. Heels together, toes apart, and then see if you can really zip up through the backs of the legs. Let's take hands behind the head. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, peel your shoulder blades off the mat, look at your belly. Take another inhale. As you exhale, is it possible to get a little more of your upper body off the mat? Squeeze through the inner thighs and glutes. And now inhale to lower the legs just a few inches towards the mat. Exhale to squeeze through the low belly and bring the legs back up. Right, so again, you're just going to keep moving and breathing here, and you're only going to take the legs as far as you can keep your lower back anchored on the mat. Right? You know you're going too far if this starts to happen, right? See how my back's arching? Now all the effort's going into my low back, so we don't want that, right? You got to really focus on keeping that low back down. Let's try a couple more. One more. And then relax it down. The last exercise in the stomach series is called the crisscross. So we're going to start with knees and tabletop. Hands are going to still be behind our head. Let's take an inhale, and then as you exhale, peel shoulder blades up. Look at your belly. This time we're going to extend just the right leg out. You're going to see if you can lift a little higher and then twist, bringing the left elbow across to the right knee. Inhale the chest through center and then go the other way. Right elbow, left knee, lift and twist. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Right, so keep moving here with your breath. Focus on, again, keeping that pelvis steady. Notice as you twist, if you start to roll off of your opposite hip, right? You want both hips anchored evenly. Really focusing on getting that twist through the mid-back. Let's do one more each side. And then relax it down. You can rock a little side to side. And then let's stretch our bodies out long. We'll take a roll up here to transition to sitting so that we can work through all of our transitions. I'm going to slide back here a little on my mat. Inhale up. Exhale to stretch forward. And then we'll come up to a nice tall seat. We're going to move into spine stretch forward. So you're going to take your feet to the edges of your mat. Flex your feet. If you have tight hamstrings, you're going to bend your knees a little bit so that you can really sit tall, right? Sometimes we try to straighten our legs. If you're hanging back like this, then you just need to bend so that you can find that lift. Stretch your arms out in front of you. Pull your shoulders back and down. And then lift your low belly. See if you can lengthen your tailbone a little more down. Squeeze through your bottom as you lengthen through the waist. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, round forward, dropping your chin to your chest and rounding down one vertebra at a time. Right, so belly is hollow. Once you're to your lowest point, inhale to roll back up, stacking the spine one vertebra at a time. And then again, inhale, lift. Exhale to peel down. Inhale, roll up. And exhale, relax. Let's do 3 more. Sending your hips back as you stretch forward. And one more. And relax. Moving on with open leg rocker. Let's bend our knees in. And then you're going to grab onto your ankles. So arms are going to be on the insides of your legs for this. Shift your weight, find your balance, just like we did for rolling like a ball, right? But now our hands are inside our legs. Start first by seeing if you can extend one leg, keeping your balance, and then bending that leg in. Let's try extending the other leg, and then bending it in. And then maybe you're able to extend one leg and extend the other leg as well. Again, if your hamstrings are really tight, it's okay to have a little bit of a bend in your knees. And then, again, it's also okay to have your hands behind your thighs. This is an easier place to start when you're first learning this exercise. Wherever your hands are, you're going to think about pulling your shoulder blades down and then lifting your chest. So you're in a nice flat back here. When you're ready to roll, you're going to tuck your chin to your chest, hollow out through your belly. See if you can roll back just to your mid-back. And then can you come up and balance? Dropping the shoulders and lifting the chest once you get to the top. Again, you rock back. And then you lift. Right, so again, it could be here, right? Let's go for one more. From here, let's draw the legs together. Hollow out through your belly and see if you can just slowly roll to your back. Arms to your sides, legs will be straight up in the air. We're set up right away here for corkscrew. So heels together, toes apart. Squeeze through the inner thighs, hug the belly in. And then we're going to take the legs down to the right, around in a circle over to the left, and then back to center. Right when you reach center, you reverse it. You go to the left, around to the right, and center. Right, so I went a little big on that one because my low back arched. So you're going to keep these circles as small as you need to keep that lower back down. It kind of feels good. It's like a little massage for your sacrum. Alright, so you're again just thinking about hugging your belly in, closing your rib cage, right? So those upper abs are turned on. We'll go for one more each side. And then hug your knees into your chest. Let's extend our body long. We'll come into another roll up here to transition to a seat. Inhale, reach up, and then as you exhale, round forward. Sit up nice and tall, and then we're going to take the saw, which is like spine stretch forward, but now we're going to add a twist. So you're going to take your legs a little wider than the width of your mat. So maybe an extra 8 inches outside each side. Sitting up nice and tall again. Same thing applies if you've got those tight hamstrings. You're going to bend your knees a little bit. Let's reach our arms out to the side this time. Shoulder blades draw down. Belly pulls in to lengthen the back. Take an inhale. Squeeze your bottom, lift tall. And then twist to the right, keeping the hips steady. As you exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest. You're going to start to reach your left hand towards your right pinky toe as that right arm reaches way back up the center of your body. So it's a huge twist there for the upper back. Keep pulling your belly away from your thigh. You're going to inhale to roll up through the spine, staying in the twist, and then come back to center. Inhale, lift, twist to the left. Exhale to round forward, right? Keeping that right hip back. Don't let that right hip come with you as you twist to the left. Inhale, roll up. And then exhale and twist. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale to round forward. That right arm's reaching back and that palm faces in and you're trying to peel that right shoulder open. Inhale to roll up. Exhale and twist. Keep going. One more each side. Back to center and relax your arms. Let's bring our feet together, and then you're just going to flip over onto your back, onto your stomach, sorry. We were already on our back. So now we're on our belly, and we're going to be setting up for the single and double leg kick. So to set this up, you're going to prop yourself up on your forearms. You want your shoulder right over your elbow, right? So you can have your hands flat. You can also make fists with your hands, or you can interlace your hands like this. If you have really tight shoulders, I prefer this version with the hands a little bit separated because it doesn't let the shoulder roll in as much. So let's see if we can bring our heels to touch. And then from here, you're trying to pull the shoulders back as the chest draws forward, and then you gotta lift your low belly all the way off the mat. So now, my back is supported because I'm really pulling my belly muscles in. You're gonna start with your right leg, bend the knee, kick your bottom twice. We'll go 1, 2, and then switch. 1, 2. So I'm never gonna let that belly rest down on the mat. I'm really focusing on keeping it lifted. And then you're kicking vigorously with your leg so that you feel the stretch through the quadriceps. Keep lifting out of your shoulders, keep pressing your chest forward. One more each side. And then release all the way down. Turn your left ear to the mat, and then you're going to take your hands behind your back. You want one hand on top of the other, and then you're going to press your hands as high up your back as you can, and then let the elbows fall, right? So this action should give you a nice stretch through your rear deltoid, right, the back of the shoulder. Let's bring our heels together, squeeze through the inner thighs, and now you're going to really use your glutes to see if you can press your hip flexors down into the mat. Let's bend the knees slowly, and then you're going to kick your bottom 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Straighten your legs, interlace your thumbs, and then lengthen forward. So you're going to reach the chest forward as you draw the shoulders back. And then release, turning the head the opposite way. Hands go back up the back, elbows fall. Squeeze your bottom, press your hips down. Be really cautious as you take these 3 kicks that this doesn't happen, right? It's really easy for those hips to lift. So make sure you're really using your inner thighs, hamstrings, and glutes to press your pelvis down as you kick. 1, 2, 3. And then again, you come up and you roll the shoulders open. Release, turning the head the other way, and we'll go again. And then this time we can just have our palms face the floor, roll the shoulders back and open the chest. And one more just like that. And then stretching up, opening through the collarbone. And then exhale to lower down. Set your hands by your ribs. Press back into child's pose. Right? So you can just kind of sit your hips back onto your heels. And then start with your arms first stretched forward. And then you can sweep your arms back. You can cup your heels with your hands. And then just lift up a little to stretch the back, right? So you're going to think of really lifting your belly away from your thighs. You're feeling a nice stretch now all the way down your spine. And then we'll lower down. And then we'll come out. We're going to move into our side kicks next. So you're going to lie down on one side. It doesn't really matter which side. I'm starting on my left side. And then you're going to line yourself up with the back edge of your mat. Your legs are going to come forward. So from the Head all the way through the tailbone is one straight line. So you want to avoid kind of looking down at your feet. See if you can look kind of straight in front of you. If you have neck issues, you could extend this bottom arm and just lie your ear on your bicep. You can lift that top leg up just a couple inches off the bottom leg, and then you're going to turn it out slightly, focusing on keeping your hips stacked. So as that leg turns out, make sure this hip doesn't open up. Take your top hand right in front of your chest for stability. Focus on keeping long through your spine, and then we'll swing this right leg forward. You're going to kick it 1, 2, and then you're going to stretch it back once. You're going to really think of squeezing through the glute and lengthening out of the hip. And then again, we kick it forward for 1, 2, and then stretch it back. Keep going. Alright, so you have to really, again, think about using your belly here so that your upper body doesn't move. The goal is to keep the upper body super steady as you swing the leg. So all that scooping of the belly is going to stay constant throughout this entire sequence. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. Stretch the leg all the way back, reach it really long, and then bring your heels to touch. Now we're going to swing that leg straight up to the side, and then flex your foot and try to lengthen your waist as you take that top leg all the way down. Swing it up lightly, and then lengthen it down. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. As you're doing this, you're watching that as the leg swings up, this hip doesn't open up, right? So that top hip is staying right on top of the bottom one. One more. All the way down. Bring the heels to touch, and then we'll take our little leg circles. So you're going to swing right in front of your leg for the first set of 5, going under and around for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to reverse, circling to the back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 legs together. And then we'll just switch this to the other side. So you can just come up to a seat. Later we'll learn some fancier transitions. But for now, we're just going to take it right to the other side. So rolling onto your opposite side, it's going to be my right side. And again, you're going to find your position. So you want your spine lined up with the back edge of your mat. Your belly is hugging in. And then the legs come forward towards that front edge. Your gaze is in front of you. You can support yourself with your front hand right in front of your chest. Lift your top leg, turn it out slightly, focus on keeping those hips stacked. And then we'll go forward for 1, 2, and then reach back. Swing it forward and back. And keep moving and breathing. Let's go for 2 more. Last one. Swing it all the way back, hold it back, reach it long, and then bring the legs together. Again, make sure that belly is turned on. You're going to inhale to swing the leg up lightly, and then flex your foot. Think about lengthening your leg. Can you reach past your bottom heel on the way down? Inhale, and then exhale. Just 2 more. And last one. Restacking our legs, we'll take our little circles to the front for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then circling to the back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, legs together. Okay, we're gonna come back onto our back, okay? We've got 2 more exercises to go for this mat class. So let's roll down onto your back and just hug your knees into your chest. And then we're gonna go for our teaser, right? So we're gonna start by extending our legs out to a 45-degree angle. If you can't keep your back down in this position, you're gonna soften a little through the knees and then you're gonna grip the backs of your thighs for support. From here, you're gonna draw your chin to your chest, look at your belly, pull it in. So it's just like those roll-ups, but now our legs are floating. So you're just gonna see if you can start to roll up into your teaser. Once you're at the top, you lift your chest. If you feel steady and balanced here, you can stretch the arms forward, palms are down, arms are parallel with your legs, pull your shoulders back, and then we're gonna see if we can roll just the upper body down, right? So again, if you need the support, you're gonna take your hands behind your thighs, try to keep the legs steady, and roll all the way to your back. And then we'll try that again, maybe with arms reaching this time, inhaling to come up, and then exhale. And then again, slowly rolling down. One more. Coming up. This time as you roll down, look at your belly, hollow it out. Get that low back to anchor first, but then maybe everything goes down all together. And then we can try this teaser from a full lying down position. Inhale the arms up, chin to chest, look at your belly, hollow it out. And then can we roll right back up into this position? And then taking it down. So you look at your belly, low back anchors first, and then everything else goes down. We'll do one more. You can keep it like that. I'll show one with the modification just so you guys know that that's an option. Chin to chest, look at your belly, hollow it out. Right away, you take your hands right behind your thighs, and then you hollow your belly, and you use a little bit the arms to assist you. Once you're there, you lift your chest, and then drop your chin to your chest, hollow out through your belly, see if you can roll down evenly. All the way down. Beautiful. Let's just take one full body stretch here on our back. And go ahead and grab onto your left wrist with your right hand and just start to stretch your body over to the right. You can even start to walk your feet that direction. You're almost making a banana shape on your back to stretch that left side. And then you can inhale to walk through center and stretch it over to the other side. Let's come back to center. And then we'll roll up to sitting. And then again, let's lift our bottom forward to the front of our mat. We're going to take one more exercise. This one's called the seal. It's another rolling exercise. So this time, you're going to take your hands through your legs and then see if you can grab your feet into this balance position. You can also just grab onto your ankles. If this is an impossible position for you to get into, then just go ahead and take rolling like a ball again like we did earlier. So you're just going to start by pulling the shoulders down, hollowing out the belly, and then you're trying to squeeze your knees together as you're trying to press your arms out. So you're creating resistance, right? So as I open my legs, they just snap back together. Inner thighs are working. Drop your head down, look at your stomach, and then see if you can roll back, and then come up. So this is the first step. Roll back, and then come up. If this is working out for you, we can try to add the balance, right? So you're gonna open the legs and you're gonna clap your feet for 1, 2, 3. Roll back, and then maybe you can balance in the back and clap for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Roll back and balance. 1, 2, 3. If you notice, I'm not rolling all the way to my neck. You want to be super cautious that you don't roll onto your neck, right? You're just rolling to your shoulder blades, and it takes a tremendous amount of belly strength to hold it back there. So if it feels like too much, then all you're going to do is focus on rolling back and then coming right back up. Let's do one more. And then you can set your feet feet down. And we are finished with our intermediate Pilates workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much.